Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Asian Psycho, and we're gonna get started on the P99 review, which is the clan pistol that is available in the clan shop. If you are clan level 4 or above, you are able to access the P99 because the P99 is only available to clans that are level 4 or above. So if you guys are not in a clan that's level 4 or above, I suggest you guys join one to be able to access the P99 pistol. And the P99 is pretty good. It is probably one of the better pistols out there. And yeah, let's get started on the review on the P99 clan pistol. So the damage on the P99, before we get into the nitty-gritty stats, let's check out the information on the P99 in terms of background information. It does cost 400 GP a day, and like I said before, it is only unlocked at clan rank level 4 only. So if you guys are not, once again, if you guys aren't in clan levels, clans that are level 4 or above, you cannot access the P99. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty stats. The damage on the P99 is a solid 36, and this is probably this is like pretty much smack in between the spammable pistols and the accuracy pistols, as I like to call them. If you guys remember back to my previous pistol reviews, I like to classify them as either the power pistols on like the far right spectrum, let's say, and then you've got the fast firing but weak pistols, the spammable pistols as I like to call them, on the far left side of the spectrum. And you've got pistols like the M1911 and then like the USP, where they're more accuracy pistols, where they're kind of like hybrids of the spammable pistols but and the power pistols at the same time. And then you got the revolvers also on the far right hand side, and then they straddle. They're just interspersed throughout the pistol spectrum. But anyways, I have enough talk about this pistol spectrum, which you guys probably won't be able to imagine. Anyway, the P99, so where I was trying to get at was the fact that the P99, because it deals 36 damage, in terms of sheer damage, it pretty much straddles the line, the pistol spectrum, right in between the USP and the G23 series. If you guys remember back to my G23 Chrome review, the G23 Chrome deals a solid 35 damage, and a little bit of fail right there. The USP deals a solid 38 damage, so as you can see, the P99 is pretty much smack in between the two. Portability wise, the portability on the P99 is pretty much the same as it is on pretty much every other pistol, accuracy pistol or spammable pistol, at 90, so you will be able to run very, very fast with the P99. Rate of fire on the P99 is at a pretty measly 38, and I believe this is slower than the USP, I want to say. Definitely faster than the M1911, god, I can't speak, but it's definitely not as fast as, say, like the handgun, like the USP. So unfortunately, I don't know if you guys will be able to handle the rate of fire, because I mean, actually that's a bad way to put it, but the P99's rate of fire is just not fast enough in my opinion, and it would do much justice to the P99 if it had a faster rate of fire. But then again, it has high damage for a pistol, so I don't know if giving it more rate of fire or increasing its rate of fire would be the best option out there. But in any case, the rate of fire on the P99 is slower than most other spammable pistols. Actually, all the spammable pistols. But yeah, it's kind of weird because even the P99 has a very high ammo capacity at 16 rounds per magazine. I think that's the highest amongst any pistol in combat arms. But at the same time, it's got a pretty low rate of fire. So I mean, what can you do? Accuracy wise, it has a pretty high accuracy. In fact, it has a very high accuracy at 68. So it's pretty much like taking like the accuracy from the accuracy pistols, because the M1911 and the USP both have very high accuracy at 65, I believe, but then it takes the ammo capabilities of the spammable pistols like the G23. Like G23 had a very high ammo capacity at 15 rounds per magazine, and the P99 has 16 rounds, so that's saying something right there, isn't it? Recoil wise, the recoil is actually pretty heavy on the P99 at 71 recoil, and I'm in my opinion, it's pretty accurate, because the recoil on the P99, you can definitely feel it. Like, I thought the USP had a pretty high recoil, and it does technically at 70, but the P99 has even worse recoil. In terms of recoil kickback, though, the recoil spread shouldn't be a problem, because the rate of fire limits how much the spread will expand, because you can't really fire fast enough to make the spread enlarge faster than the center speed can cope with. But the kickback definitely will kind of bother you, especially if you're trying to fire as many rounds as you can in a given amount of time. Now moving on to the recoil kickback. Well, I just mentioned that. So overall, the recoil controllability on the P99 is pretty easy because it is an accuracy pistol. But then again, if you're at close quarters and you're trying to unload your magazine onto someone as quickly as possible, the controllability on the P99 may become a problem. Tapfire Ability. It's a pistol and a single fire. I mean, of course you can tapfire with this thing. Moving on to the what's next? The sprint drawback. Sprint drawback is actually on the slower side of things for P9 for pistols because of its kind of smooth, steady sprint animation, or either that it just feels slow to me. I'm pretty sure people will disagree with me on that, but I mean, some people may think it's fast. I personally think it's not fast enough, but then again, it's just me. So you guys can have your own opinions on the sprint drawback speed. Draw speed. The draw speed on the P99 is quite unique in the fact that it's one of the few pistols to have a completely silent draw animation, and I think it has the exact same the draw animation as the P220 Combat TB pistol, but then the Combat TB has a much faster draw animation. So it's like the P99 is exactly the same, except it's like twice as slow. Moving on to the center speed on the P99, it is fast enough so that your spread will always return back to normal after each shot, even if you're moving around. Moving on to the reload speed. The reload speed on the P99 is either moderate or faster than average. It's nothing too special though. So I mean, yeah. I don't think there's anything too special to comment about the P99's reload speed. Fire modes. The P99 is only available in one fire mode, and that's single fire only or semi-automatic, however you want to look at it. Moving on to the luck on the P99. Luck is actually pretty high because the P99 is a very, very high accuracy pistol, so you can definitely pick off the heads at pretty far of a distance and you get those PZs if you need to. P99 is a very good pistol to get them PZs. Moving on to the ammo capacity. Its ammo capacity is the largest of any like spammable pistol at 16 rounds per magazine. And I believe it has the highest ammo capacity amongst any pistol except for the German pistols, like namely the Walther P38 or the Walther 38 and the P38 or whatever those Nazi pistols were called. Those pistols also have a huge ammo capacity, and only the P99 matches those. So there you go. Moving on to the key physical characteristics. So the slide of the P99 is colored black. I don't know. It also has your clan emblem on the left side of the pistol. So I mean, you can definitely enjoy looking at your clan emblem, kind of like a display of clan pride whenever you're going to pistol only matches. So there you go. And moving on to the muzzle noise on the P99. The P99 is a very, very high frequency pistol. It's a very, very loud bang, bang, bang. So there you have it. Moving on to the attachment options. The attachment options on the P99 is all of them are available, and I think that from what I've seen, I've never actually tried attaching scopes on my P99, but from what I've seen, the P99, if you equip the scope on the P99, it looks really awkward. It's like pretty much the very tip of the barrel. So I don't know if the appearance of itself would throw you off. And moving on to the what is it? The Fireteam worthy. Well, not as Fireteam worthy. I would say it is because of its huge ammo capacity. I mean, for God's sake, it has 48 bullets total. Why would you not use it for what is it, Cabin Fever and Blackline when you're all empty? And especially because it has more ammo and much higher damage than the G23. I'm like, why would you not use it over the G23? Well, then again, it has a pretty high rank requirement in terms of clan level, so I mean, the P99, if you think about it, is pretty inaccessible to most people. Moving on to the what's next? Quarantine worthy. I mean, it is quarantine worthy, especially because it's got a very high portability at 90, and you can definitely run around with it. And because of its very, very high ammo count, it's definitely useful for fending off zombies whenever you're trying to free run. So that's another bonus there. moving on to whether or not, or moving on to my frank personal opinions on the P99. The P99 is a fantastic pistol. The only thing I feel is lacking is that its rate of fire is just too limited, in my honest opinion. I know that it deals very good damage for what it is at 36, but for God's sake, I can kill faster with the G23 than I can with the P99. That's how much I think the rate of fire on the P99 sucks, but everything else is perfect. The P99 has very good damage for a GP weapon. It's got very good, it's got extremely good accuracy, and if you think about it, the recoil isn't really too much anyway, because it's got a very low rate of fire anyway, so the recoil is negated for the most part. So overall, the P99 is a very, very good pistol, and there's really no reason why you shouldn't use it as long as you're in a clan that's ranked level 4 or above, and you've got GPS, right? I mean, for God's sake, it's not as expensive as, say, like the TMP. Jeez, I mean, the P99 is the same price as you would to pay for a G23 SCD, so why not, right? So, anyways, guys, that's the review on the P99. I really do using the P99. I really think I should use it more often, but I've got so many other good pistols that I don't know if I'll be able to do the P99 much justice. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys soon in the next clan weapon review. And I believe it's on the SPR, so look forward to that one.